So to the issue of outcomes, research outcomes. So no research project can do everything, and this is often frustrating for everyone involved, not the least of which the researchers, and also the communities that can be involved. But nevertheless, you know, researchers, they're often dealing with, as you can appreciate from your organisation's perspective, I'm sure they'll be dealing with priorities and commitments to funders as well as to the universities that they work for. And often there can be a bit of a mismatch, if you like, between the kind of urgency and the immediacy of the issues that the community is facing and their need to get change and see things change quickly for their communities, and the longer timeframes that often play out within a kind of academic research type environment. So these can cause conflicts in research projects, and they need to be negotiated and discussed as things occur, and there to be realistic sort of outcomes from everyone's point of view. Because we need to remember that ultimately there are real benefits for community to be involved in research. For your work, it involves things like having an evidence-based approach, a fully evidence-based approach to the advocacy that you become engaged in, so that you've got very persuasive arguments to put to, often to politicians who may have heard arguments from many people, and you really need to have not just that you're saying so from a community perspective, but that you've got good, robust evidence to back up that that's being said by the research community as well. And those two voices together are just so powerful and so persuasive, and more persuasive than your voices can be on their own. So bringing that personal experience together with the academic perspective is a very powerful thing and worth working for to negotiate a good outcome from a research project. The other thing that is a good outcome from research from the community perspective can be the Centre for Social Research, for example, has been commissioned in the past to do evaluations for various organisations and services of their programs. Now, those evaluations, once done, because your programs are going to be fabulous, of course, the evaluation will be very positive, and once done, the research is often published in things like peer-reviewed journals. Now, that means your service or your organisation is going to gain from the profile of that publication and of your program or service being held out as an evidence-based case of effective service provision. So there's many good benefits for being involved in research, and they're just two of the outcomes that come to mind for me.